I'm here. According to Peepaw Calvin, that is how I greeted the world on January 12, 1990. My parents, Randy and Lisa Cox, could not wait to take me home to the small town of Archdale, North Carolina, where I would spend the first 18 years of my life. It wasn't until 4 years later that I got the honor of becoming the big sister to my wonderful little brother Ethan. We've lived in the same house since I was 4 years old, and that will always be home to me. I never thought I would end up where I am today, but thanks to God continuing to reveal His plan for my life and the support of my family, I could not be happier. I always dreamed of attending the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and becoming a neonatal doctor. I wanted to fix the babies that wouldn't have a chance otherwise. I wanted to stay in North Carolina because that's where my family and my best friends would be. It wasn't until my senior year at Trinity High School that I began to realize that God had a different plan for me. I had no idea what it was, but I knew that I would not be attending the University of North Carolina and had a pretty good feeling that I would not be going into the medical field either. The lyrics, "If you want to hear God laugh, tell Him your plans," quickly became my motto, and I had no choice but to place it all completely in His hands. That's when I heard about Mercer University. My first thoughts were 6 hours from my entire world, not happening. My life was there, in little bitty Archdale, with my family, my best friends, my church, everything. I had a great internship with kindergarten through 6th graders, a job, a second family with 3 precious little girls, and all of these great plans. Nope, those weren't God's plans. My dad and I first made the trip to Macon in December of 2007. As soon as I pulled onto campus, I knew this was where God wanted me to spend my next 4 years. I didn't know why, and I wouldn't for a while, but I knew my life and all of my dreams were changing. During my freshman year at Mercer, I had the opportunity to volunteer in a 5th grade class. The teacher was rude, the students always misbehaved, and there was never order in the classroom. I hated it. But then all it took was one student's question: "Will you stay after school and help me? My teacher doesn't think I can do it, and I don't want to go home either." When I called Mom to tell her happy birthday, I also told her I knew why God had brought me to Mercer. I was going to make a difference in kids' lives who probably wouldn't have a chance otherwise, but it wasn't because they were born prematurely. It was because they were neglected and surrounded by people who didn't believe in them. December 4th, 2008 is the day I transferred into the Holistic Childhood Education program. Since then, I have taken hold of the Tift College of Education's motto, and I am learning what it truly means to be a transforming practitioner: to know, to do, to be. That is Mercer's goal for us as teacher candidates: to know the foundations of education, to do professional work on changing the lives of children, and to be a role model for all students as well as fellow teachers. I believe that it is our responsibility as educators to keep learning fun and to get children out of their desks doing hands-on interactive learning. If we do not take the time to make teaching fun, learning will not be fun for our students either. My long drives back home are now filled with thoughts of children in my classroom. My stories are about the kids I work with and how they continue to teach me new things every day, and my dream is to show inner city children that there is hope. My family is still my support system, and God is still continuing to mold me. I had the opportunity to spend my summer with economically disadvantaged children, hearing and visually impaired children, and an incredible group of counselors and staff at Camp Sertoment. I was faced with many challenges as I unpacked children who didn't have enough clothes to make it through the week, who were afraid of going to bed because something might happen, who thought they had to choose which meal they wanted to eat that day, and who never knew what it meant to be safe or to be loved. These are the children who do not have a chance. Unless what? Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to get better, it's not.